Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and XRP is on the move a bit here. We're up 3% on the 24 hours, 246. Seeing some good movement there. Check this out. CoinShares has filed for an XRP and Litecoin ETF with Nasdaq. The dominoes are falling. And look at this. This guy asked Jeremy Hogan, likely the SEC approves any XRP ETFs before settling or dismissing case. Chicken or egg? Inquiring minds want to know. Jeremy Hogan says, much more likely the case is settled sooner than the ETF approvals. Not because it has to happen in that order, but because the ETFs will just take longer to dot the I's and cross the T's. That case dismissal is going to come out of nowhere, folks. Here's an interesting little clip with the Black Swan Capitalists. Black Swan Capitalists, I think is what they're called.
Because there's more out here that clearly have that seed in them, like XRP does, or Ripple being the company.
Yeah, absolutely. So XRP is one of the ones I really pay attention to, but outside that, XLM, which is stellar. I think they're serving a very critical role in the new financial system. I think they've been in stealth mode for a very, very long time. You know, nonprofit, this is by design. I don't think they want too much public attention. I mean, when you think of it in the grand scheme of things, crypto investors are such a small percentage of people in the entire world, let alone even smaller that own utility digital assets. So this is just part of the evolution. You have people that get in early in some assets and become wealthy, and then you have the majority of people that miss out and they figure it out, you know, a decade later.
That's exactly what's going on. Look at this. Who remembers the days when XRP was crawling along at 50 cents and below? Now look at it going sideways above $2. Remember, patience is the key with XRP. And then here's the Black Swan Capitalists again. While many believe crypto has peaked, the on-chain data shows whales are accumulating. Why? The very entities that drive these markets aren't exiting. They are positioning. They know what's coming. Things are about to heat up this year. Be prepared and positioned. Oh, I'm prepared and positioned, all right. Look at Dark Defender. XRP almost finalized consolidation on the daily chart as seen from this. Wave 3 is preparing to fire the bullet against the 585 parapet. That word's a new one. The short-term target is 585 and 876. Supports 188, 233. We are warming up phase 2, not financial advice. Anthony Pompliano has launched Token Relations, which is going to cover Ripple and XRP. Man, this guy is slim shady, Anthony Pompliano, in my opinion. Token Relations is a communications startup from crypto entrepreneur Anthony Pompliano. They're going to share Token Relations. Now they're now working with Ripple. We're expanding coverage to include Ripple, XRP, XRPL, RLUSD, and more, bringing its community the best updates, metrics, and insights. Why would he do a startup that covers XRP when he doesn't understand it the way he says? Can we finally put the centralization debate to rest? These are some interesting graphics. Look at these two mining pools that control over 51% of Bitcoin. And then with Ethereum, it's all of it. I like this right here. 16.8% unidentified. These are Ethereum validators highlighting finality and fork thresholds. And then you can see XRP distribution, the validators. Threshold to control XRPL 80%, 27 validators. Ethereum 33%, 66% fork. Bitcoin 51% attack, 2 mining pools. It's all there, folks. Look at this. Speculators have built the largest ETH short position in history. That makes me think ETH's going to go up. Trump put this out far too long. The United States has minted pennies, which literally cost us more than 2 cents. This is so wasteful, and I've instructed my Secretary of the U.S. Treasury to stop producing new pennies. Let's rip the waste out of our nation's budget, even if it's a penny at a time. I like the sound of that. I don't think we're going to need the pennies or any other physical currency soon. Elon Musk retweeted this. Purchasing power of $100 US dollars since the creation of the Federal Reserve. I mean, folks, these guys, they are dancing all around this Federal Reserve like they're going to audit it / get rid of it. 1913, $100 was worth $100. 2024 is worth $3. How about that? Ripple partners with Portugal's oldest currency exchange, Unicambio, to enable instant payments between Brazil and Portugal via crypto and Ripple Pay. Things are heating up, folks. Here's Austin King, who is going to be at XRP Las Vegas. Tokenization is the multi-trillion-dollar opportunity key to pushing XRP to new all-time high. Most people are missing the bigger picture. Here's a little thread. Third largest crypto network in the entire industry is XRP Ledger. It should be one of the most used assets across all decentralized finance, but it's not. Why is that? Ripple has driven adoption of XRP in traditional finance with banks. However, there has never been a counterpart focused on driving the growth of XRP Ledger and its assets across multi-chain economy. The work that we are doing at Omni is going to change all this. Already, we've expanded real USD to over 38 billion. That's billion of new liquidity across multiple networks on DevNet. But that's just the beginning. With networks like Ondo issuing tokenized treasury bills on the XRP Ledger, this is all about to create a snowball effect. Why? Because there's a powerful feedback loop. Off-chain Ripple helps banks tokenize assets from traditional finance on the XRP Ledger. On-chain, Omni expands those tokenized assets across the on-chain economy. This incentivizes more institutions to tokenize assets on XRP. This is just the beginning. If you have friends who don't understand how big tokenization is going to be, share this thread with them and help them see the bigger picture. For updates, all right, so this guy's smart. He's done some good threads. Here is Lynn Alden on Bitcoin.
Lynn, you lay out 3 reasons that people should be considering investing in Bitcoin this year. Break them down for us.
So one of them is the fact that Bitcoin's network effect remains very strong. So when you look at Bitcoin dominance, the percentage of the total cryptocurrency ecosystem, that Bitcoin represents, that's been on the rise lately. It's very strong. There's millions of cryptocurrencies now, and Bitcoin is well over half of the entire space, especially when you strip out stable coins, which are basically just dollars trading on crypto rails. So Bitcoin dominance is looking very healthy. When you look at various kind of on-chain indicators of euphoria, so for example, market value versus on-chain cost basis in aggregate, it doesn't look like prior cycle tops yet. It doesn't mean that market structure might not change or cycles might not change, but in general, we don't see some of the warning signs that we normally see at major cycle tops like 2021, 2017, and that type of thing. And then also, we're finally seeing a lot more interest from corporations. So in the prior cycle, MicroStrategy was the main corporation that added Bitcoin to its treasury as a treasury reserve asset for itself. And we didn't really see a lot of movement after that, despite the fact that MicroStrategy was advocating for it and holding conferences for it. But as you've seen better accounting, and as you've seen a full cycle of strong performance from MicroStrategy, this seems to be the cycle where actually we are getting more and more corporate announcements. And so I expect that trend to probably continue for a while longer.
All right. Now, this right here, we are seeing more and more of this talk where they're trying to act like Bitcoin needs to replace gold and get rid of gold and all this. That is red flag city, folks, but they're ramping it up right now, I've noticed. in DAIXRP.com, I'm going to tell you what I think's going on. If you really take a step back and look at this whole thing, these are grown people that know better. This idea that the U.S. needs to get rid of its gold and replace it with Bitcoin. That is, you talk about a national security risk. All the central banks have been accumulating gold. That is cuckoo crazy. Trump's not stupid. He built his entire brand on with a gold logo. This guy knows the value of gold. But I think that it's a lot more devious what's going on. We're going to talk about that in DAIXRP.com. But first I wanted to show you this.
You know, obviously, the areas of digital currencies remain really exciting. We have some members who are all in. It's become a gold substitute. Gold isn't an inflation hedge. It's an instability hedge.
I mean, you've got to ask yourself the question, because that doesn't make any sense. Why would these people not be saying what makes sense, which is, we think the U.S. government should have a stockpile of Bitcoin, but also gold, and then also other digital assets. But that's not what they're saying. It's almost like this is a Bitcoin bailout, but it's disguised when it's really something really bad.
There's a lot of instability around the world, and people think that in America they're concerned about it. But if you live in Argentina or Lebanon or any of countries that are under risk, Bitcoin is taking on a new role. So we have about 1 to 3% of 200 billion in assets, so about 6 billion in assets in digital currency. Gold is for traditionalists, and Bitcoin is a little new age, but they often play the same role. They're perceived as storehouses of value that are not subject to government fiat. When you get out of that, when you have a truly global market like that, people feel like there's some real refuge.
I believe all this talk about the reason Michael Saylor and all these people are scrambling around to try to get companies to put Bitcoin in their treasury and states to create Bitcoin reserves, and the U.S., they want a U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve only and all that. I believe the reason for that is that they are trying to bail Bitcoin out. They know that if they don't get it, when the utility comes, which this is probably the year that the utility bull run starts, when that comes, there won't be a reason to own Bitcoin. I believe that that's what's going on. It's literally a Bitcoin bailout that they're asking for. Now, in DAIXRP.com, we're going to talk about the more nefarious intent of all of this, what I think is really going on. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.